This video chart presentation of All-American Pet Company brought to you by allpenny.stocks.com. All-American Pet Co is a pink sheet listed stock trading our ticker AAPT. It's a technical stock to watch this week for us. Been looking at a lot of bottom plays, catching some real nice bounces lately. So we thought we'd shift gears a little bit, take a look at a stock that's been in an uptrend, but it's retraced quite a bit from its highs around 8 cents, falling back down to a support level around 2 cents. And it's kind of what we consider a make or break point, pinned between the 50 and 200-day moving averages. Indicators have retraced plenty far, and now the chart's going to stay on radar to try and make a larger move one direction or the other here in the near term. Now, of course, we'd expect large retraces in the indicators. I always look for the MACD to try and hold right around zero. That's the most bullish position for it on a retrace. Of course, AAPT did dip well below that, but the histogram bars are trending back towards zero, telling me that a bullish cross could be coming, which would be indicating a shift in trend for the chart. PPO also trending back towards zero. The 12's starting to flatten out a little bit, and that's a bit of a concern, because I definitely want to see that bullish cross happen to see his histogram bars pop back through zero. The ADX is in a pretty neutral position. Money flow index falling back down into bear chart territory since coming from the highs, but in recent days it is trying to make a little bit of an uptrend to it, so that says people are paying a little bit higher price recently than they have been. Accumulation distribution still has a pretty nice look to it over the course of 5 or 6 months, continually making higher lows, and even in the more near term still pushing higher, showing that there's some accumulation in the play. And that's reiterated by this Chaikin money flow, which is still holding above zero, which says that buying pressure is outweighing selling pressure over the last 20 periods. That's a positive thing to see considering the price per share has been sliding off. CCI making its way back through negative 100, holding above it. Full still, down low, holding below 50, not too far above 20. That just says there's not a lot of momentum in the play. And of course, that should be somewhat expected. Tricks, the lagging indicator of trend, not getting much from that. You almost never do from the stock that's falling, but it is approaching levels that it's bounced off of in the past. And as such, I'd be watching for a bullish cross, and if it's to try and trend back towards zero and break this downward channel it's in. Like the full stow, the RSI is a gauge of momentum. Holding below 50, it's bearish, signaling there's just not much momentum in the play. But when I look at it over the last few weeks, I can see that there's some slightly higher lows being made, and it's pushing back towards 50, coming out of oversold territory. It looks like it's trying to muster a little bit of momentum. So now I'd just be watching for all three components that I use, the 7, 14, and 21, make their way back through 50, show some bullish momentum is coming into the play. Regarding support and resistance, I'd really be looking at the 2 cent mark for support. Now granted, it does run lower, runs all the way down here to around 0.17. And as the 200 days trending upward, it will add some dynamic support to that level. But I'd have my eye on the 2 cent mark and volume levels. If it starts coming down on that and trying to crash through it, I don't want to see a spike in volume, see a whole lot of selling pressure, or the odds of it breaking through this 200-day are increased, and the fact is it won't pick up much more static support until down here around a penny. That's just a large drop from where it is up around 0.24, so I'd want to keep my eye on 2 cents and to see that level hold. To the upside, there's a little bit of resistance right there in front of it where it is, but I don't see that being that strong. I see it picking up around 3 cents, which is a nice move from current levels. And I see that resistance stiffening at 3.5. That ties right in with the dynamic resistance of the 50-day moving average and some old breakout points here a couple months ago before it surged up to touch those highs. I'd see the resistance also picking back up around 5 with top-end resistance at 8. But to kick off this week, I'd certainly have my eye on support, 551,000 shares traded. That's relatively low volume for this play. I'd be looking for an increase in volume to get up into the 2, maybe 3 million shares to show that there's buying pressure coming in. Because at these price points, percent gains can come very quickly, and if it can start turning some momentum and blow through that 50-day, there's not a lot of resistance in sight until it potentially go up here and challenge these old highs at 8. So for those reasons, we labeled AAPT as a technical stock to watch this week, and we'll be following to see how it performs. As always, it's merely my interpretation of the All-American Pet Company chart. I'm not a financial consultant and strongly encourage you to do your own proper due diligence and consult with a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Please visit the allpennystocks.com website to view the full disclaimer disclosure. I do not base any investment decisions upon any material found on the website and/or its video chart. No person employed by All Penny Stocks is a registered investment advisor or licensed broker-dealer. Thank you for watching and trade smart.